to Table Talk. I'm Candace Carrizales.
I'm William Haynes.
I'm Rickey Mizuno.
And today we're going to answer your questions you sent us. Yippee!
Yeah.
Feeling good. How's
Candace,
everybody feeling?
I'm feeling
Good.
pretty great. It's sort of the end of the day here a little bit, but I'm good.
The food's in my stomach, ready for bed.
Well,
Gonna go home and take a walk.
Yeah, sometimes I have these bizarre moments where I really realize that life is going on right now in this moment.
it's live, baby.
Yeah, and I'll just be looking at somebody and I'll be like, wow, there's like flesh in there and all that, and like blood.
Is that like an existential moment, crisis kind of thing?
It's
you
like the
got going
opposite
on?
of existential. It's
Yeah?
like very like right now.
That happens to me when I look in somebody's eyes and you realize that they're not just like pupil. Like there's like, have you seen
There's
those?
like a life behind it.
There's
Yeah.
a life
Sometimes
behind
you
it.
get
Have you
caught
seen those
staring.
macro pictures
Yeah.
of them and they look, the eyes look like mountains, the irises?
Uh,
It's freaky.
That's cool. Oh, if you get in there, it's like
Yeah.
the surface of the moon.
But
I
then you
also know
like
what you're
look in
talking
eyes and you're just like, ugh, this is weird.
Yeah, like I
It's just
realized
like-
that earlier this year. Like people are like, to me, people are like eyes and teeth. That's like that's what a human is.
It's sort of what you see the first. It's the whitest
Yeah.
thing on your face.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like us, Will.
Yeah.
I must say, we all have some very beautiful brown eyes on this table.
Oh, brown eyes.
Brown-eyed
Looking into all
babies.
this.
Brown-eyed babies, 10 points.
You're welcome, Internet.
All right, I'm going to pull a question. Are you ready?
I was born ready, Candace.
All right, Evelyn Melander said, give a catchphrase to the person on your left.
Nobody.
I'm tired.
Are you serious?
I'm tired. I don't know. I don't.
It's
we
a
never
catchphrase. Da 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 da
talked.
da da
Okay.
da
Will's,
da.
Will's catchphrase. I'm making content over here. I'm also a little tired.
I'm making content over here. I like it.
That's pretty good.
So my left is Rickey.
Hello.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, don't harm the computers.
That's an inside joke, because that literally happened not 5 seconds ago. Steven Suptic was spraying. Yeah. Well, show us what you get in here. Nope, you're getting drafted. I know you don't want to be in here.
Just one spray.
Show them what you were doing. Just give us a spritz.
Just a little bit of glass
just a
cleaner.
little- okay.
Just a little bit of
don't
glass.
Not toward the mics, not toward the equipment.
Towards the mics,
All
you
right,
say.
that's
Oh.
it. Okay, there he goes.
I don't want glass cleaner.
He was doing that in front
Is
of a
it glass
computer.
cleaner or water?
It's glass cleaner.
It's water, but he says it's because
It
it's got
smells like
substances.
it has the. It smells
It's
like
got
a
something in there.
It's just that you
It
like.
smells like sweat.
It's just that you like. You like.
It's a
computers.
bottle of sweat, Steven.
Booty sweat.
Oh shit.
What was that from?
You never know.
Do you remember that was a thing? Booty sweat? It was
No.
from a movie or a TV show.
Swamp ass. But the thing is,
What?
like,
Tropic Thunder. There we go. Thank you.
I think that's your catchphrase because I remember like a couple months ago, probably like a month ago, when you caught me. Okay, basically I had a. What do you call these? Like I had
A light?
a microphone.
No, you had a boom pole.
Oh.
You
got
want
it.
to finish the story?
Yeah, how's it? What was it? Basically, I had a boom pole, and I may have been using it as a clothing rack.
Yeah.
But I was in the zone.
There's a picture of it too. Let's cut to a clip. So basically, I went in there. I'm sort of the arbiter of a lot of the equipment and gear here in the office, and young William Haynes has his own room. He gets some stuff, and I walked in one day. It wasn't me. It was Chris. You got ratted out. Son.
I'm sure, snitch.
Get stitches, and you were using it as a coat
I
rack.
was like so in the zone at
He
the
was
time.
in the zone.
I remember like, oh god, I felt so stupid when I did it though. Like I realized that like, you know.
After you got caught, you
I don't
felt stupid.
understand.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah.
realize it was a boom mic pole?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I was just
You're
like,
like, oh,
hanging
this-
shit up, and it was next to where I was hanging out my clothes. It was just more pole.
It just worked for him.
And then you went up to him and said, don't harm the computers. And he said, this isn't a computer.
It probably wasn't that desperate of a tone. It was probably a little
Don't
more like,
harm the boom mic.
yeah,
It was
wasn't
pretty
like
chill.
that.
It was pretty chill.
I try to be.
Yeah.
Candace, your catchphrase is, it would have to be like, it's me. Is that's
Hello,
you're like low
everybody.
energy, and then you spring it on him.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, or something like that, or like I'm walking here, like kind of what you just did.
I'm walking here.
There we go.
I'm
Actually,
walking over here.
there it is.
I have a zit on my head and it's hurting.
Is that why you're wearing the hat? It's very convenient. Now we all know the secret. No, don't do that. You're a beautiful half Venezuelan goddess. Just let it be a thing. All right,
Wow,
let it
thank
be
you.
known. You're
Me
welcome.
too.
I pay attention.
You?
Me too.
Well, you know, south of the border somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
like
dig in here.
Brazilian.
Let's do another one. That
There's a
means
question
something
on there?
else. Yeah, from Mike Tierney, not Turney. That's another friend of ours. SourceFed. That source. I can read. Scary encounters.
He's never done this before.
No, nervous actually. That's SourceFed. Scary encounters with things in dark places? Question mark.
Oh my god.
Like thinking you're being followed in the dark. Hashtag TableTalk. So I got tripped up because that was phrased weird. Scary encounters with things in dark places.
That's
Don't
not
even
a
ask a question. Just get it out there.
Yeah, those are fat like things.
Like thinking you're being followed in the dark.
I don't
have a
really.
not super scary one. The other day, my friend and I were walking at nighttime, and we look over to our right, and it was like it was just like a little park area sort of, and there was like this animal, and we just could not. We were staring at this animal for like 5 minutes. We couldn't figure out what this animal was. It looked like a cat sort of, and then it looked like
Was
a
it a
raccoon.
possum?
No, not a possum. It
No?
had like a big tail,
pretty
but then
sure
we
of
were
that.
like,
Y'all-
what is? We couldn't tell what it was. Small and weird, and I was like,
Did
is
you
it a
approach
cat?
it?
No, but then it was like giving off like creepy, like it was like
Like I'm
It
a thing
was-
in the night vibes.
yeah, but it was like
you don't know what I am.
it was just being like a little spooker, like it knew.
Being a
It
little
was like-
spooker.
It was like I was like, I don't know what I am either. And then this guy came up to us and was like, and I think he thought that we were waiting for him to sell us drugs. And then and we were like, what?
Were you in like a dark? What seedy place? Where are you right
Culver
now?
City.
I was in Highland Park. And this guy was like,
that's an up and coming area.
what
It's
is
very
it?
nice.
No, it was great.
You
And-
were in the non-gentrified
But this
part,
guy was like,
apparently.
"Blah, blah, blah," and we were like, what? And then he was like, never mind, and ran across
Was he
the street.
speaking in tongues? Like, what was going on?
Yeah, I don't know. The cat was Satan, and the guy was Satanish.
That's
it.
interesting.
Case,
This is
case closed. Candace on top of it.
I'm afraid of the dark. Always have been my whole life. So like, yeah, this is apparent to me.
Answer?
Yeah, all the time. Anything like that you think you could be worried about in the dark, that happens to me.
All right, that was vague as fuck, but we'll
Oh,
just...
I'm just saying I don't like not being able to see.
So anything. So things in the dark are just, that's your scary place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like to not be able to
The other
see.
day, maybe, I don't know, the other day there was a guy biking. Sometimes I think I see things that I don't see in my peripheral, like it's something else. Like there was a biker, and he had like a beanie on, and the way it was bent in my peripheral looked like a skull mask. And I was like,
Yeah.
ugh! And then I looked and I was like, oh, it's just a biker.
You just made
and
me
I-
jump a little bit.
Yeah.
I just
It
jumped.
freaked me out, and I was like, oh, it's just a man in a beanie on a bike.
It's
But you know when
normal.
you see,
You should take a
Well,
Rorschach
yeah.
test.
In your peripheral
What?
vision.
You should take a Rorschach test.
What's that?
Test. You
Is
know,
that like a Rochambeau test?
no,
What are you trying to tell me, Will?
Rorschach, what do you like? You know,
Research?
a Rorschach test. The thing he's in that.
You need a roach? What are you saying?
Rorschach. Rorschach test.
Meshach, Shadrach, and
You never.
Abednego?
It looks different. That the psychiatrist says, "Look at this. It looks like a butterfly or a skull. You might be."
Rorschach,
Yes.
an ink blotter.
Yeah.
why should I take that?
Cause like you saw a skull in your peripheral.
You
and
make
it-
me feel so smart
But
sometimes.
what will this
I'm
test?
glad.
What
You
info
do.
will this
Thank you.
test tell me?
that if you're seeing things because there's something wrong with you. If you see a skull in these
Oh.
paintings a whole bunch, that means it.
I haven't done this in a while.
I went far.
Yeah, I launched that shit.
I'm spooked now.
It's okay to be spooked a little bit. What if I pull one of these mother
I think I
subjects?
see things all the time, but it's just but it's in my peripheral. Like I think I'll see like scary shit,
Can you say that word
and then
again?
I'll look.
I'm being
What?
an
I
asshole.
know. She said a
Peripheral?
word wrong first.
No, I know.
Peripheral?
Yeah,
What is it?
peripheral. Peripheral?
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 Peripheral.
Preference.
Peripheral?
My preference vision.
Peripheral.
We all say
It
things
was a little
differently.
free.
Your
We
turn.
do.
I guess I see weird
I'm an
shit.
asshole. I'm sorry.
But it's just like in everyday stuff, like a
It's
pile
alright.
of sheets or something.
What's that over there?
A pile of clothes, and I'm like, oh god, it's a goblin, and I'm like, oh no.
It's a goblin.
For real.
You have a
Goblins
vivid
are real.
imagination. That's all right. Don't
Yeah.
ever lose that. Use that.
That's why I don't like scary stuff. Because
Neither
I'm
Yeah.
do I.
I see it in everyday
Are
bedding.
you a big Halloween person?
I hate Halloween.
I think we halfway talked about this. I'm not a huge like the scary things and spooks and even scary movies. I don't really like roller
Yeah.
coasters.
I think
I don't
I
know.
love
I
roller
agree.
coasters.
I don't
Ooh,
know.
I don't-
put me on a roller coaster.
Really?
That's too much for me. Like Disneyland, that's my jam.
Yeah.
There it is. Those are not
Isn't
too
it
much,
great?
too
But
whatever.
Six Flags
They're
Magic
atmospheric.
Mountain
Yeah.
is
See,
my
I can't. Maybe I can now. Maybe I should try. I got
they're
scarred as
so
a child.
fun. You go.
Oh, would you have?
I don't know. It's that whole feeling of, I guess it's control. It's the feeling of like feeling like you're not in control. Like getting on a plane when the plane does a little bit of dip.
I
It's a
don't
little
like-
bit of
Oh,
dip
yeah.
and your
I
stomach
don't
does
even,
that.
I don't even like planes that much, but roller coasters, I'm like, yes. And I'm like, if I die this way, all right.
It's somebody else's fault.
At least it's fun.
Yeah, that's true. Dying in a plane crash would not be fun.
Unless you survived.
Still wouldn't be fun. Debatable.
Yeah, it depends on where it crashed and how long you could get your stuff back.
No,
You're
it would
never-
not be fun. I can say, I'm going to go on a limb and say
If you get
surviving
your
a plane
stuff
crash
back,
would not be
Yeah.
All
fun.
my stuff
Get your stuff back.
as long as I'm alive
Fast.
and
It's a miracle.
As long as I'm
Yeah.
alive and get my stuff back, yeah, put me in a plane crash.
Honestly, and I get in the taxi back home on time.
You got a
I don't
story
care if
to
it.
tell.
Hopefully a paid taxi by the airline.
Yeah, honestly,
Hopefully, if
Hopefully.
nothing else.
I don't care what happens to the plane if I get to my taxi in 18
Maybe they'll
minutes.
splurge for an Uber. Who knows?
If y'all got me Uber, like the plane can hit the ground nose first.
Is it
If I
splurging?
fall out with my baggage in my hand.
I got my toothbrush. I got my Uber. Let's go.
Is it splurging for an Uber? Our taxis more expensive than Uber?
They are, but I
Yeah.
had bad. Last taxi I had, he was like, "Do you mind if I smoke?" And he was like,
Yeah.
"Smoke." He didn't even wait for me
That's
to
what
finish.
you're paying for.
Smoking.
Not being able to breathe
He
in
was
weird
he was
leather
on the phone the whole
seats.
time talking
Yeah.
loud.
And then he
blowing
goes,
smoke in
"Where
my
are you
face."
from?" And you're like, "Leave me
I don't
alone."
wanna
That's
talk
what
to
you're
you.
paying for. It gets you a little culture.
You're rude. Your little system swipey doesn't work properly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had to try 3 times. You're expected to tip them. I don't have to tip an Uber.
This has turned into a debate.
Like I got in an Uber once, and the Uber guy told me he's like, a lot of people think you don't have to, you can't tip Uber, but you can.
I've been hearing that now. A guy I just had a ride with had like a thing on the back of the seat, and
Yeah.
it said tipping not required but recommended.
Like, how do I know?
And I totally got guilted into tipping him too.
Oh, did you? Like, you
Well,
gave
because
him
he
money?
opened the door and then he let us out,
Oh,
and then he
yeah.
did that micro hesitation. He did that micro pause, and then we kind of stopped. He's like, "All right," and then he got in the car, and then I like went in my wallet, knocked on
Working.
the door, and gave it to him. I was with Amanda at the time, and she was
Absolutely.
like, "He totally
Why
punked
are you
you."
tipping
and I'm
through
like,
the
I
app?
don't know.
Absolutely though. Where was
You
that
can
at?
tip through the Uber app?
Was that in California?
Yeah.
Can you?
After you're done with your ride, it says rate this, and then it's like, would you,
You
like
rate
to
him?
tip?
I don't make it that far. in
I
the
always
thing.
give him 5 stars.
I always do too. It's
Yeah.
got to be really egregious for me not to
Yeah.
give you 5 stars. Like somebody even asked me to give him 5 stars. I'm like, yeah, man, unless
Yeah.
you like fall off a cliff. Like,
It's because it's like if it goes below 4, I think, or 3, like you can't be Uber driver
yeah,
anymore.
it's
I'm
like a bad thing. You got to like write an explanation, and there's like
Yeah.
a whole set of circumstances.
Yeah, like this is
behind
this
it or
guy's
whatever.
job.
Yeah, he's just freelancing. He's just trying to make a buck.
I didn't get a
They're
water.
nice to you.
Yeah.
They usually feel out. If I feel like talking, they talk. If they don't feel like talking, they'll kind of just let me do my thing.
I don't want to feel like, I don't like talking to, I'm like, leave me alone. They go, where you're from.
I usually feel like that, unless I'm drunk. On the way to the party, I don't want to talk. On the way home from the party, unless I'm sick, I want to tell you everything. Everything. How my night went.
I feel like I used to feel obligated to talk to them when I was new to
Me too.
Uber or
I felt the
Lyft,
same way.
And I'd be like, hi, where are you from? How are you? And now I'm like, leave me alone. One time this guy was trying to give me advice. He was like, what do you do? And what do you, and I'm like, well, I work here and I'm also, I also do comedy. And he was giving me tips on how to do comedy. And I was like, okay, get me out of
Yeah.
here quick.
I don't need any help. Do I tell you how to Uber drive better, Mr. Uber driver?
It's also a good
No.
lonely job. Like some nights I'll be like, you know what, I wish I could go out.
Some people
Uber.
love it. Some people
Yeah.
really, really like. They really love driving, or driving is like their escape, and they can drive for hours anyway. And it's like, why not make a buck and do the same thing?
I got a question from Lauren
Yeah.
at Shorty Star Rose.
What up, Shouty?
If Zootopia was a real place and we would all be animals, what kind of animal and what job would you have?
I didn't see Zootopia.
It's ditto.
It's just a movie about like animals, and it's just like the real world, except you're like, I'm a tiger, but I also work at the bank.
Okay, I'd be a little fish, but I also work at the nightclub, whipping up some sweet drinks for other fish.
And
Other
you're a
fish.
liquid person, so you know how to. You're natural
Yeah.
at that. Real salty, salty fare.
I'm honestly a deer. I'm a deer, like the Snapchat filter, but I'm the news guy. I would be the regular 9 o'clock news deer.
That's
I like
interesting. I
Yeah.
like that. I don't know. Ooh, that was
Ooh,
close. That was
Ooh, that felt good.
Yeah, it was like almost there.
Septic's excited.
felt
There,
nice.
he's spraying water by
By the TriCaster.
expensive equipment again.
I feel like we just need to put him in handcuffs all day so he doesn't pick stuff up.
TriCaster.
Or he needs to be
Oh
like
my
in,
God.
or we have to hide everything. I don't know.
What did he break recently? Did you break something recently?
He's
What did you
breaking
do?
stuff all
No,
the
he
time,
was
throwing
volleyball.
cockroaches
Stevens,
in my
okay.
faces.
So we have razor scooters now in this office because some lovely person sent Candace some
Thanks
razor
for sending me
scooters.
those razor scooters.
Thank you. So we use them all the time. Chris is on one right now. Show the people. Show the people. They've
Just
never
do a quick
they've
slide
never
back.
seen a razor scooter
Woo,
before.
yeah.
There it is. There it is. So I was riding around on my razor scooter and I went into the thing and Suptic thought it'd be we have balls and he then I saw you out of my peripheral vision winding up. And you let it go, and I was like, "There's no way he just launched this at my head." And I turned enough, did I just see? And boom, right in the eyeball. Like, and it hurt. He got me. It was. I want to say the little inflaty part hit me right on the cornea.
Oh
there.
God, he
And
just
it hurt.
assumed.
My eyes started watering.
Yeah.
And then the fucking tall ass lanky kid comes over. Oh, Rickey, I'm a I think I pushed you off of me. I was not happy.
He assumed you were like, all right, I'm gonna catch this.
I was not happy. The pumpkin guy almost hit me with the pumpkin launcher.
The guy that was in here, Carlson.
I love you, Suppy.
There's a pumpkin launcher.
Love you too.
He's not on this table talk. No more attention to him. What was the question? I'd be a bird, more specifically a raven, because they can fly.
They can dodge balls.
And I could pluck a Candace fish out of the bar.
Totally could.
You wouldn't let me
Why
in.
are you trying to eat
So I'm
me?
just
What
taking.
the hell?
No, I'm just plucking you out of the water so I can get into the club.
I'm a
Down
deer.
here.
Either of you guys come to me,
How? What? Like what?
like just hoofs.
There. Okay.
I really would like to be a deer. Yeah, they're
It
beautiful.
seems peaceful, like Bambi's mom.
Yeah, you just walk around the
They
forest.
get run over a lot in my hometown, Ohio. What kind of movie would you make if you had unlimited resources?
Ooh.
Who would you cast in it?
Oh.
If I had unlimited resources, unlimited money, oh baby cakes, I'd make a fun comedy, maybe a rom-com, my favorite genre, or maybe a comedy action. That's fun. Com action.
Actionity?
I don't know the plot. You can
That's
figure it
okay.
out. Jason Bourne but funny.
Okay, there's
Starring-
an elevator pitch for you.
Starring me.
Okay, naturally.
And then I'd cast all my funny friends.
But you have unlimited budget. How expensive are your friends? Not that that's
Well,
fine.
I'd
Do
cast
you.
all my
Do
friends,
you.
all my
Okay.
funny friends, and then you put stars. You put some
Okay.
stars in there
Just
throughout.
pepper them in there.
So many cameos. Peppered of cameos, so it's me and my friends as the main people. We're like, oh, it's Jason Bourne, but we're not. We don't say that because it's not a Jason Bourne movie.
But it's
And then it's like, and
I got
then
it.
you know,
I'm
and then
getting
it's, and then we pop
I
in
like
a
it.
celebrity that's like,
Which
I'm-
one? Give me one celebrity name. This is what this person
Just a
wants.
couple.
One celebrity name.
Robert Downey Jr.
Just one.
just Robert, Roberta.
Just one name, Gary
Just give us a
Johnson.
name.
Just one.
Sarah,
It's a political joke.
Sarah.
maybe Jen, possibly Karen.
Aniston?
Maybe
Okay.
Lynn's,
Karen Wigley.
maybe So.
Lauren? I don't. That's fine.
I like that one. All right, I know my
Josh, maybe Josh.
Hartnett? That was
Drake and Josh?
Old news.
I didn't say that. Oh, yeah, your turn.
My movie. All right, I'm just gonna do what Hollywood does and take something from something old, and I'm gonna remake Kim Possible.
Don't be creative, Will. You're an artiste. You're always railing against that shit. I even want your table talk answer to have a little more spice.
Are you sure? This one's dope though. It's Kim Possible. We're remaking Kim Possible
Ooh, and Unstoppable?
with Emma Watson as Kim Possible.
I'm on board.
And I'm Ron Stoppable.
I'm on board.
All right, and
Yeah.
Dr. Draken is The Rock.
That's pretty good. That's a better remake. That's like a genre crisscrossing type of a
Okay,
thing.
whatever
Hell
you
yeah.
want.
That's pretty good.
And it's just hella explosions and shit, and like maybe like I die in it, and like just anything bad that could happen that happens in this movie. Pregnancy scare.
That's great.
I don't want Ron Stoppable to die, though.
He was from Boy Meets World.
Yeah, it was that one guy.
Remember Topanga?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she's still around.
Remember Topanga Canyon?
Yeah, I know Topanga Canyon as well.
yes.
Mr. Feeney, is he still alive?
What
I
about
think he is.
Maybe.
Who's
I'd like to hope. I'd like to think so.
Carlson Romano
I
or whatever.
fucking
her
love
name
her.
is.
Who?
That's her.
She
She's
did
the
Kim
one that
Possible.
voices.
Kristen Carlson Romano. She was also in Even Stevens.
Even Stevens of Shia LaBeouf fame.
Yep.
That's where it started.
Yep.
And Selena and Miley. We can just go.
And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And Brittany and Justin. We can keep going.
Zendaya.
Aguilera.
What is your movie?
You're on a tangent. We didn't have to stop it.
What is your movie?
Did that make you
I'd like to
uncomfortable?
just keep going. I like to keep rolling.
You trying to go home? Do you want to go on that walk? You want to go home and go on that walk?
I want to go home and go on a walk. Let's
You're
speed it up.
Lancy.
I'm kidding. No, I just want
You
to.
go on a walk.
Once you talk about one question for so long, I'm like, attention span. Let's
It's
move
good.
to
You're
the
keeping
next.
us on track.
I gave
You're
my
in the middle
answer.
seat. No, it's good. You're in the middle seat. Here's powerful. You're in the middle chair there. There you go. No, you're in control.
Hello.
My
Yes.
movie would
Well,
be.
I am in the middle of a shoot right now.
I can't even do my answer now.
With my friends, yeah. My little friends.
What does this
You
stand,
want
do
to
you
say
think?
hello?
Hey. Oh my God.
Oh. Oh.
Candace.
I think you
And
got
that's
the
a
part.
play I'd like to call Ooh. I'm so sorry.
Play.
That was
That was our little play.
Yeah.
We should follow a play.
You guys should
Yeah.
take that
What
on
if
the road.
we did a
We should.
lot? What
You
if
guys
we
should
did-
go on the road with that.
What if we did a
30
live-
cities
what if we-
minimum.
We're just in front of a blank wall, and it's just like a live stream, an 8-hour live
People would
stream,
be
and it's
into
like
it.
a play.
People would be
I'd
into
do it.
But the whole time it's
performance
just an
art.
improvised play.
I'm
And
100%
we're just
down.
Like, calling.
And
Maybe
it's
3
weird
hours.
as shit. And
3
it
hours.
makes sense to some.
Oh.
And I,
3 hours?
Oh.
Let's get Steve in on this. We could go for like 8.
I don't want to do an 8-hour play.
I would do it.
I said
totally
8
would.
hours, and then I was like, change it to 3. And maybe there's music in there.
that's like a normal play.
Maybe
length.
there's music in there. Maybe
I
you
hope
can
so.
come in there
I
and play
can't
the
do-
trumpet.
I could.
No, you can't. Can you play the trumpet?
No, I can't play the trumpet.
Yeah.
No, I used to play the saxophone though.
The saxophone, that Bill Clinton shit.
Yeah, I think he played a tenor sax though.
What if you broke this?
But I did.
That would suck.
I want to talk about my movie.
Oh,
Can I do
yeah.
that now?
Yeah, let's hear
Yeah,
about
yeah,
your
yeah.
movie.
Am I allowed?
Yeah.
I don't see. I forgot. I had a thing. It would be chock full of stars. Okay, it'd have Julianne Moore. I'd bring Philip Seymour Hoffman back from the dead. Probably Paul Thomas Anderson.
Who
fuck
are
it.
these people you're talking about?
Actors and director. Then maybe I'd throw in ScarJo and probably Natalie Portman too. I mean, whatever. And it would be about like an international heist film. It would be an ensemble with all A-list celebrities. It's like, you know, probably a $400 million budget just in talent alone.
Have there
Lots
ever
of
been that?
explosions. It's,
Ocean's 11 and 12 and 13.
They were.
No, Rickey, not again.
Has there ever been a $400 million? I don't think so.
I mean, like
100 for
yeah,
sure.
I mean, like 250 and 300 million. Like we're talking Michael Bay status movies.
What
but
about
that's
Avatar?
top
How?
budget.
What was the budget for
That was like
Avatar?
100.
It was somewhere around there. If
I
I'm not
loved
mistaken.
the movie
But that thing made so
Avatar.
much money. It's like
Sorry.
whatever. Aren't they making another one? Are they making
I
another?
think they
Avatar?
are.
I
What
think
happens
so.
in this movie? What's the big angle?
I don't know.
There's no angle?
It's an international heist.
There's no plot. It's just all the
and,
budget
you know,
is
it's
going
like
to the.
she's the brains, she's the sass, he's the this, she's the that.
You know, the exact idea you have right now is what Christopher Nolan did with Inception, but he was like, but it's a dream, too.
I don't want that. I'll be honest, I don't really like Inception.
A lot of people feel that way. I loved it. But I was in 12th grade when I saw it.
It's cool. I wasn't.
I just remember. I don't really remember.
We are at different places in our lives, pal. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Santa Barbara,
Santa Barbara.
Richmond.
I
It
don't
was a
really
nice
remember
place.
it, but my mom was like, I didn't like that. And I was like, yeah, me neither. But I was just agreeing with my mom. So I don't
Because
even have an
you were
opinion on it.
of that age. How is it like to get when you got under your parents' tutelage and when you broke out of the house? Did you
Oh, yeah.
change a lot? Were things the same? Did it take you a while to kind of become the person you are now?
Baby, I'm a changed woman.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
better? Or do you like yourself more now?
Yep.
I just like to end
I just
table
put
talk
on
with
a
a little
little-
realness.
I just put a little play on with Will, and would I have done that when I was living with my parents?
No, you wouldn't have. It's true. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's true.
Really, yeah. I changed a lot once I moved out because my
Yeah.
parents had me move here when I was 17, and like that was just a little bit too young. You know what I'm talking about.
I moved out here to LA alone when I was 17.
Yeah, me too. But I had a roommate with this guy I didn't know, and I didn't really like him at first, but then I liked him. But yeah.
That wind up, though. That wind up.
Not
Do it again.
being. There's something fun about repetition. There's something fun about repetition. There's something fun about repetition. That's why I don't want to start getting into gambling. I bet it would be fun though. We should start gambling.
It is fun.
It's probably hella fun.
It's not bad,
All right,
especially
maybe.
when you win.
I'll just get 500
repeat that
bucks.
sentence
Yeah,
3 more
yeah.
times.
Let's go up to Chumash, you know?
Okay.
They got the Indian gaming,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm down for
There's no
that.
booze even?
The room's filled with smoke.
Yeah, you can smoke in there like for days.
That's like
Yeah.
you keep eyes watering.
All your clothes, you reeks of cigarettes. It's sort of like a badge, like you get an I voted sticker. That's
Yeah.
like the I went to a
I
casino,
went to casino,
and witnessed
yeah.
depression and sadness all around me.
I want to do it though.
I
wanna
want
get
people to
addicted.
think I go to casinos all the time, so I'm gonna get a smoke-scented body spray.
Whoa.
You could market that. I bet like 3 people would buy it.
Them Rickey arms.
Let's do one last question.
Let's do it. Oh, bottom of the barrel
last
though.
question.
Do it.
Zopher J. Carlson, what was something you broke that at the time seemed like the end of the world?
Oh God, I don't really break things, but I do lose other people's shit all the time.
My ex-girlfriend's heart.
I really thought you had something like it.
No, that was just a layup to that kind of a...
I feel bad though when I lose other people's stuff. That's probably the closest I get. I'm pretty good at keeping stuff
I've
intact.
definitely broke something when I was younger and cried for like an hour, but I don't remember what it was. It was probably a toy or something.
You cried for like an hour.
I have a story.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like the worst thing or the most devastating thing, but I just remember it because Lynn, our production manager, brings it up sometimes, and it happened on the job. So a couple years ago, one of our first like
Hit ya!
big things was the Franco Does Arizona. It was like a big live show, and we were really excited about it, and we like had cameras, and it was like one of the bigger things that we had done. So we were in a hotel in Arizona. I forgot the hotel. It's probably for the best. And after our show, it was really great. It was a huge success. Lots of people came out. It was a lot of fun. I got a little hit the sauce a little too hard, and I like barged in the room, and I woke Lynn up, and he was trying to sleep, and I woke him up, and I brought stuff in there, and I don't know. It was a great night. Stay with me. It was a great night.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I woke up the next morning, and like the whole the sliding
The
mirror.
whole room was missing.
The whole room was
Inception.
shattered. No, I
It
broke
was
the.
all a dream.
Until I used to read Word Up magazine.
It was all a dream.
Wait, with the door shattered?
The sliding closet door was all a mirror. It was all a mirror, and I don't know.
You fell on it?
I don't know what I did, but it was broke.
You had to pay for it?
No, I hightailed it out of there.
It
Sorry,
was
Phil.
missing. It was just missing.
Sorry, Phil.
What if you tried to sell it? What if you like sold it and you don't remember? And you just
That's
had like
so
a ton of
funny.
cash in your. You're like, I sold this closet door. And you have a bunch of cash in your pocket.
I
Not
don't
the
know.
best business model.
I don't know if that one
Bit
makes
of a risky
sense.
one. I don't know,
Okay.
You know.
What about you guys at home? You ever broken anything and you felt bad about it? Let us know in the comments down below.
And thank you to our sponsor, Discovery Go. You can binge watch all seasons of current and past shows from the Discovery Channel, like Naked and Afraid,
What?
Monster Inside of Me,
What?
Alaskan Bush People, and
What?
more. Check out the link in the description below to learn more.
Shnikes.
I'm Candace Carrizales.
I'm William Haynes.
And I'm Ricky.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
What if I told you? A study says that if you chug a bottle of wine.
Nope. Gonna take that right here. This is illegal.
I'm heading towards the bathroom. I'm about to open.